on. I think we are on. Jay, are we ready? We are on. We are live. We're at the first 6 minutes of the Modern Eater Show, Saturday, December 14th. What a lineup we've got for you tonight. But here's what I want to bring up first. Many of you are watching, but many of you are new, and it's like, okay, I've got 2 hours. Gosh, this is a lot of time. Is this worth my time? Let me tell you, there's nothing better you're going to do for the next 2 hours than watch. And we got some meat on the lineup. You're going to learn all about innovation, about talent, about passion, about what it takes to excel in this industry today. And none better. Look who we're starting out with this week. Kevin Morrison from Tacos, Tequila, and Whiskey.
And Fish and Beer.
And Fish and Beer. Where are some of the places you cooked?
Vinci in Chicago, James Beard House.
Yeah, remember we were out there.
Yep.
They don't get any better than this guy. His passion, he put tacos. I'm going to say, I'll say something bold. Kevin put contemporary tacos on the menu. On the menu. Well, I was just glad to be in the dance. And tonight, Kevin's going to be working with none other than Chris from Rome Sausage, Chris Johnson.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm so glad that he's here. Chris makes some tremendous products, a lot of passion. I tell you, when you're supporting Chris, you're supporting Colorado family. Is that right?
Absolutely.
And he's got a gorgeous family. Support him. You're going to learn a lot more about Chris in just a little bit. Next, we've got Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
From Choice, correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And this guy is awesome. I mean, I remember the chili you guys made last year.
Yeah. I think it was a ghost chili.
It was amazing. Now, Choice Market, if you haven't heard of Choice Market, it's kind of like, I'm going to say, a convenience store on steroids focusing on local.
Yeah, organic steroids.
That's right. And it's working. It's working. Now, last year when you were here, you had one store.
Correct, yeah.
How many on deck now?
We have a second one we just opened about a month ago, and then 2 more under development. So, yeah.
These guys got it going on. These guys got it going on. He brought Matt. Matt's going to be backing him up, correct?
Yeah.
Welcome, Matt.
Hey,
How long
thanks.
have you been at Choice?
About 9 months now.
About ready to have a baby then, huh?
Yeah.
Not just gestation. Thanks for coming tonight. Now, I've got, when you talk about kombucha, I've got Mark. You had me actually eating a big piece of, what was that called last time?
Oh, the SCOBY, yeah, that's right.
SCOBY. I ate SCOBY. It was life changing.
I'm sure it was.
Hasn't been. I had like all kinds of visions and stuff. Kombucha, awesome. And also, you brought something to help us here.
Well, I brought you guys a kegerator, so now you guys got kombucha on tap.
So that's what's going to happen. So everyone's going to be feeling better, get their thirst quenched, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
He's awesome. And then we've got another guy, one of my favorites, John Irvin. Gluten Free Things, correct?
Correct. This
guy, when you talk about engineering, passion, and just laying it on the line to make it happen, this is the guy that does it. He does it. He never stops. So we're going to learn a lot more about John. Thanks for coming, John.
Hey, thank you.
Last but not least, who are you, young man?
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan. And you're what's the name of your company?
J Technologies.
Now, how did we meet, Jordan?
We work together.
That's
We've
right.
known each other for a long time.
Yeah, Jordan used to be my right-hand man at Rockalitas. He sat right next to me, about as close as Dave is right now, for a long time, many years.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Now, what is it that your company does?
I do audio and video installations for residential and commercial.
And he did it for Kevin. He's done it for others, and also we're gonna dive in deep on the hour on what he can do to help make your whole dining experience better for your guests. This is important stuff. So where else are you going to learn stuff like this? It just doesn't happen by accident. You know, one of the things that we always talk about here, I'm going to talk about a personal experience this week. When we talk about innovation, here's something that we got. One of our sponsors, Ardent Mills, the world's largest flour miller. They're based right here in Denver. They make some amazing grains, flours, different products. Gosh, you've got Dan Dye, the CEO. You've got Don Truba, marketing. So they've got such a great team. They've been working on this flour. It's called transitional wheat. And it's grown by farmers that are having to grow under organic conditions but not getting the benefit of the organic price. This product's been in the works now for about 1.5 years. They came into my door yesterday with it. This is the first bag that's been used. Within 10 minutes, it was in our products. But those are the types of things. So this is helping hundreds of Colorado farmers make that transition from conventional to organic. And I'm not doing it to tout my own horn. What I'm telling you is that you'll learn how to do these types of things, how to get them ahead of everyone else. You want to see it first? Watch The Modern Eater. That's where you'll hear it first. That's where you'll see it first. And that's where you'll get your hands on it first. So we hope you enjoy tonight's show. We got a powerful lineup. This is going to be good. Kevin, I know you can go behind the grill because you got to get back over there. I don't want him to burn anything. And we've got a big audience, so we're going to be bringing some of them up during the different breaks that we have. Stay tuned. It's going to be a real good one. And so the guys are behind the grill. They're just about ready to start firing it up. How are we doing for time? Stretch. You're telling me to stretch? Holy cow, that's a hard one. Well, this is what the Modern Eater is all about, though, is finding innovation, getting collaboration, working together really to form a community and make a more dynamic Colorado community, culinary community. So stay tuned, keep watching. We're going to be, I'm just going to kind of look around here. Who else we've got? Obviously, we've got Brian Freeman in the back, Growers Organic. He's probably forgot more about produce than I'll ever know. Well, Greg always says he invented produce. Kevin's grilling some great vegetables. We've got Greg's mom just walking in. We've got Jay over here on the controls. Poor Jay is going like crazy as we try to get this thing up and going. Who else do we have back here? We've got Kevin Morrison. Okay. Okay.
Facebook's live, station's dead.
What? Is it wrong? Live. That's what happened. Okay, well, okay, if you're here, I hope you're here with us. We're having some technical difficulties. Imagine that. Not that anything ever happens wrong in the culinary industry or radio. I mean, you know, the thing is, when you're doing both of these on top of each other, talk about an easy way for things to fall, to get sideways. But we're going to pivot. We're going to make this work. I've got a couple guys that came down. They're in high school, correct?
Middle school.
Middle school. Oh, my gosh, I really feel old now. And they're studying, is it broadcasting or show production? Video production.
Yeah.
What school?
The Rick Center.
And you're at the same school?
Yeah, same school.
Oh, my gosh. So what do you think of this stuff?
It's pretty cool.
It's cool, yeah.
We've got a lot of stuff going on. It is really cool once we make that final connection where we go out to a radio. But actually, we get more people watching us on Facebook. So I'm gonna scoot on back here. Now, who do we have here?
I'm Mom.
Oh, your mom.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of these two guys?
We're trying to figure it out. We've got some work to do.
Yeah, this will be fun. You guys will remember this. If you get into this industry, be like, I remember when this little guy was doing this show, and he was dying because we couldn't get that connection. But we're going to make this thing work. We're going to make this work.
This is called stretching.
That's right. So now I'm even coming back here to Chris Moore, chef.
How you doing?
Chef.
Good to see you.
And you were by the office. You stopped by the plant just a couple days ago. Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
What'd you think of those chips?
They're amazing. So I brought them in. The little Boca chips to go with the chili and lime salted chips to go with the. I'm actually going to do that with a cocktail de Cameron when we do a Cerveceria Colorado beer tap takeover for us. And we're going to do that to pair with one of their beers because they partner with 5 different breweries across Mexico and bring all those brewers up here to come and enjoy what we do here.
That's going to be awesome. So, yeah, Chris came down, picked up some of the Boca seconds. We've got Erin back. She just came back. She was from L.A., stopped here, New York, and now back again. Miss Worldwide Traveler. Glad you made it in. She just walked in. I thought you were in New York.
You know, I just came
When did you get back?
2 weeks ago.
There's ours coming off.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry, mate.
sponsorship fees, pay the FCC fines.
We've got Jen. We're going to get Chris paired up, but don't get jealous. We're going to get Kevin. We're talking about the sausage.
Killer sausage. It's got a kick. I love it.
Thank you.
Well, this way.
Getting some tomatillo salsa ready for our one of our most popular tacos, queso a la plancha, griddled cotija cheese, guacamole, tomatillo salsa. Vegetarian, very simple.
You know, that's what always amazed me, Kevin, is you're a genius with the simplicity of ingredients.
I'm a simple guy, so I have to keep things simple. I can't remember more than 3 ingredients, so that's it.
I mean, I think of Kevin and his foods like ZZ Top. It was only 3 guys, but wow, did they
they put out some music.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Well, what you've done with tacos and what you've done to our business, Kevin.
It's been great. Great partnership, man.
Thank you. I certainly take advantage of it, and I'm so glad that you came down.
No, your tortillas are the best.
More about what you do, your contribution, and also, you know, you're not a one-trick pony.
No.
I mean, you did not start with tacos.
No, that's right.
What was the first food that you cooked?
Well, in Chicago, I was doing Italian. And then out here, I worked at Barolo Grill. And then I left there, opened my own produce company, which we were around for 10 years.
Yep.
And year 8 into that, I opened Spicy Pickle with a buddy of mine.
That's where we met.
That's where we met, yeah. So did that for 10 years. Yeah. So I think 10 years is my cap. So we're at year 8 with the top.
Or pain or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Modern Eater family, it's little. in Colorado, home of the modern eater, we had no idea what insurance we needed. We didn't even know where to begin. Times like that, I turn to the experts. Our insurance. Brian Brenning with the Ewing Levitt Agency. Brian makes the coverage discovery process easy and seamless. Here's what you can expect from Brian and the team at Ewing Levitt. The absolute safest coverage, fair, low rates, quick response time, and honest, straightforward service. I've been in business.
Check.
Brian Brenning and Ewing Levitt Agency. He's not just an insurance expert. He's my friend. Make him your friend.
3 minutes.
The Ewing Levitt Agency today, 970.
Yes. Can you hear me?
For the best and most reliable insurance coverage, that's 970.
So I just played commercials off your button bar, and I thought you guys were going, so I played your open, and now we're in the first spot block, and right now Bruised Beers is playing.
Belgium, a country the size of Maryland, is home to more than...
We got 2.5 minutes, so 18 after.
Part of the greatest beer trip ever. We're taking a lucky group of beer lovers to Belgium for 10 incredible days. Airfare, luxury hotels, fabulous food, and lots of great Belgian.
Open will be happening.
You can visit breweries that are rarely open to the public, like Orval, Westvleteren, Cantillon, Chimay, Brasserie DuPont, and more than we can list here. You'll visit the cities of Brussels, Bruges, Ghent, Beersel, Popering, and the amazing Belgian countryside. This is the dream trip of a lifetime, and you can be part of it. Spaces are limited, and it's filling up fast. Call us today at 303-650-2337. That's 303-650-BEER, or go to our website, bruisebeers.com. I'll see you in Belgium.
Hey, Colorado. This is Brian Freeman, owner of Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado sourcing company who provides Colorado's greatest chefs with the best organic produce. I've been partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food 100 choose Growers Organic for their organic produce needs because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the table. Join us in the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from the Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite.
1 minute.
Spice is the variety of life.
30 seconds.
A passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients. Or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands,
10 seconds.
You can't go wrong when you choose the Spice Guy for spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
And Ron. This is the Modern Eater Show. Piping hot and delicious. The Modern Eater. Food. Come and feel it. And now your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
Yes, and yes, the Modern Eater Show live right now. Okay, we finally got it going.
We're back.
All right, we are doing it. Richie, you did a great job stretching there. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Go to themoderneater.com. You can check us out, and there's a live feed there to the show. Big show with us tonight. Brian Freeman to my side. You look very dapper, my friend.
Thank you.
Handsome, man.
It's the holidays, man.
Your jacket was my shirt. I mean, literally, Brian walked in with a jacket on that was like my shirt. I had to make you take it off because we looked a little crazy. But happy holidays, and that's what it's all about, a little bit of holiday parties going on.
Exactly.
So thanks for joining us tonight. Big show, straight to the man of the hour right now, Kevin Morrison. Tacos, tequila, whiskey, no commas.
No comments.
Let's go, baby. I know.
Straight through.
This is cool stuff. So I don't know the FCC regulations. I don't even know if I can say the P word. Is weird.
You can say the P word.
The P word
in Spanish. You can say it.
Yeah. So F word Spanish, and then tacos. That's what you're known for here in town.
That's how we got started with the food truck.
Oh, I know it. Cherry Creek
Farmers Market, Pearl Street Farmers Market. That's where we started.
You guys never cross paths, you and Brian Freeman? He's always running around at farmers markets.
No, if he was dressed like that, I would have noticed it.
I know you would, but he's usually not. He's usually in a shirt that says either resist or I love dirt or something like that. But truly, and let's just back up. You're going to assemble some delicious food here for us tonight. But, I mean, here you go. Your career is long and illustrious. It's just getting going, but your beginnings is in produce.
Yeah. So I was, let me see, Got back in, it dates back to my days in Chicago. I was dealing with specialty produce, and then came out to Denver, started my own company, Red Tomato, and then we went from a specialty vendor to a mainline vendor. But my passion and my heart was with the specialty stuff.
Now you're kind of doing microgreens and lettuce. Is there money in that?
Yeah, yeah, especially at that time.
Brian, there's money in that. Did you know?
I know, something.
Growers Organic.
He's got great stuff. We use his stuff.
Do you really? Yeah. Brian. Again, the term that we coined is Brian's forgotten more than we'll ever know about produce. And I love that about you, Brian. How much you've gone to every one of these restaurants and Fish and Beer?
Yes.
I haven't gone to. You have?
I haven't gone to Fish and Beer, but I've been to his.
You guys need to get out more, man.
Well, listen, talk about it real quick.
Yeah, Fish and Beer. We're at 3510 Larimer in Rhino. Dinner only, 6 nights a week, wood-fired, grilled. Majority of our menu comes off the wood fire.
Everything you would want.
Alamosa bass, East Coast oysters, West Coast oysters, octopus. Great chef in there, great bar program. Everything changes all the time. Fun, small place, 50 seats, so it's busy.
So back to the tacos.
Yeah.
Second choice, burgers was your deal?
Burgers, I was trying to do a burger joint, and 3 people beat me to the punch. So I'm like, tacos is second.
What were those burger joints at the time?
I think Tag Burger Bar, Smash Burger. I can't remember the.
There's like Smash, Park, Lark.
I like Bad Daddies or one of those as well.
I'm happy I settled on tacos, though. I love it.
So is Denver. So is Denver.
That's my passion,
and
man.
Thank you. Colfax location.
Colfax was our original one.
Yeah.
Colfax in New York. And then.
Was that 2012?
Oh, geez, 2011. Halloween night, 2011.
Halloween night.
Yeah. And then 2013, we opened in the Highlands.
Did you feel like that first place at Colfax was a risk? Just because no parking? I mean, you've got the little lot on the side there, but...
I didn't, only because the rent was so cheap, and that's the only reason I took that place, is because I knew I could get a job and pay rent if it went under.
Yep.
So I wasn't too worried about it. Now, looking back, how I look at locations with parking, demographic, car counts, all that stuff, it was kind of a risky move.
Yeah, but you do well there. I mean, every time I've been in there, you guys are busy. I mean, always.
Busy.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Colfax BID actually uses an example of how you can be successful on Colfax.
It was a little challenging in the beginning. There was a lot of atmosphere down there in Colfax.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. So, and there still is, but that's what makes it great.
Yeah, and kind of fits the brand.
It does.
Right?
Yeah, it does. We're street tacos. Mm-hmm. You gotta be a little gutsy coming in.
Yeah. So your background with Mexican food, what's up with that?
Tacos, tequila whiskey, that was it, man. I grew up in a part of Indiana. We had a lot of family-run Mexican restaurants, and my dad would always take me and just loved the cuisine. But I grew up, our tacos at home were, the ground beef, the packaged seasoning, cheddar cheese.
No doubt, huh?
Yeah, but I still
McCormick seaning.
Exactly, man. But I still love those. When I do taco night at home, that's what I do.
MSG.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here it is. You're into tacos, now Fish and Beer. But ingredients-wise, 3 is where you like it? I mean, that's how you were taught, right?
3 is simple, yeah. So the guy I worked for in Chicago, I loved the dude. He was my chef mentor, my business mentor, because he was a chef owner. Paul LaDuca from Vinci.
Oh, yeah.
Then went on. He opened the Mexican concept, Adobo Grill, who's killing it today.
Oh, he...
Yeah, that's Adobo,
Yeah, he does great. So I worked for him. I got to work for him for a year and learned more than I realized. Every year, I kind of shoot him an email and say, "Hey, man, thanks for being hard on me. Thanks for instilling, the basics into me." But
now,
he was always 3 ingredients.
Does that mean no complex flavors?
No, you can still get a lot of complex flavors. I mean, I don't stick to the rule 100%. Our lingua taco, we probably have 5 or 6 different ingredients in there. But what our philosophy at Tacos is, we're using ingredients that are native to Mexico. I'm just putting a gringo twist on it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up with the cuisine. I didn't study the cuisine. I know what I like as a chef because that's my background. I think I got a decent handle on what the public wants. So, I went to Mexico every year. We always go to Tulum, and I'd always seek out the street vendors. And I just look what they're doing, and I kind of gringo-fy it, as I call it.
Nice.
Put a twist on it. Yeah.
What's your favorite? I got 2 questions. Sorry.
My favorite is the one I'm doing. I got 2 favorites. The one I'm doing tonight, Queso a la plancha, vegetarian, griddled cotija cheese, which they call Mexican Parmesan, avocado or guacamole, tomatillo salsa. But my favorite meat ones are carnitas. It's amazing.
Nice.
It's simple.
Now, what's your favorite tequila or whiskey?
Oof.
Wait, and whiskey.
Tequila or.
That's a tough one. Depends who's paying.
I'm paying.
Oh, you're paying? You know what? Uno Dos Tres is an amazing tequila. All lines, like their Uno's, their Blanco, they have an amazing tequila. I
Are
like
you a Blanco
that.
guy?
I'm a Blanco guy, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everybody is. I'm wondering
It's
who's
just-
drinking these other ones.
Yeah, no, it's our most popular, and it's just a great tequila to sip. I love it with a cigar. And then as far as whiskey, man.
Local. Just say local.
Oh, local? Stranahan's.
Yeah, Stranahan's, all
Yeah,
right. That's your deal right there?
Laws, I'm a big Laws guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you're paying, but I'm a big Laws guy.
Let's go. I know Al, so we'll just have Al.
Yeah.
Bring
No, they
them
have
up.
great stuff.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Absolutely. So fish and beer out of left field or no?
Yeah, but that's kind of how I like to do things.
Yeah.
You know, shoot
I
from the
asked
hip.
him earlier. I don't even know if he wants me to. Hey, man, why'd you get? He said, I was bored.
Yeah, I was bored, honestly.
Really?
And so I kind of feel like I run my course for a while and I need something new. So it was fish and beer the last 3 years, and now I'm jumping back into the kitchen at tacos, and we're kind of elevating our taco program again.
Are you bored again yet?
I'm bored a little bit.
Really?
I think it's my ADHD, so I try to use it to my advantage.
Is that what it is?
The meds aren't working, so I'm just using it to my advantage.
Sure. So back and rewind, spicy pickle.
Yeah.
Do you mind talking about that just a little bit?
It's a sour story, but it's all right.
I know, but I think it's a lesson to learn.
No, it was a good experience. I didn't go to, I went to a lot of colleges. I just chose not to finish. So that was kind of my education in life.
One of the founders?
Yep.
Or
the
the founder?
No, one of the founders was a buddy of mine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Spicy pickle. Then
It was great. You know, Tony Walker and I started it. He was the chef at Barolo Grill, and I had the red tomato produce, and we decided to start this company, Spicy Pickle.
Wasn't there one on 8th in Colorado?
8th in Colorado was our second location. 9th in Lincoln was our first.
Yeah. Oh, 9th in Lincoln.
Yeah, and I would drive to Il Fornaio, the restaurant that was in town. They baked our bread fresh every day, so I'd drive there, pick it up. We used boar's head meats and cheeses, some cool ingredients. I mean, at that time, it was really different. Sun-dried tomatoes, roasted eggplant. I mean, in a sub sandwich, you know, where do you get roasted eggplant?
Yeah. I'm a
roasted
sandwich guy.
portobellos. I love that. It was so fun, man. It was so fun. It was a good ride. 10 years.
Making 10 years.
Yeah.
Making sandwiches.
Yeah, and then we started franchising, and then we went public.
And so, new CEO, right?
New CEO.
Yeah, and said, we're going a different direction, sir.
He invited me to take my talents elsewhere.
Did he really?
Very politely.
That's an interesting thing.
So I got fired from the company I started.
Yeah.
But, you know, it happens. I was very vocal, and I wasn't a great employee.
Did you
so
go down?
I'm like, man, I better open my own business because I'm unhireable.
Listen, I say that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
unemployable. I
Yeah.
truly am. I have to cut my own road because I'm unemployable. We're sitting here and catching up. Kevin Morrison here in the kitchen, Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Thanks for joining us tonight here on the Modern Eater Show. We're going to assemble your favorite taco, right?
Yep.
Next segment, we're going to assemble this favorite taco of Kevin. And I wanted to just ask you about the spicy pickle. Number one lesson you learned out of that whole thing, 10 years of your life.
Control your own destiny. That's it, you know?
How did those, they're looking in this business especially, such small margins, and it's funny, they put break at 30. I've been doing this for 20 years. Put that in for, it's like, chef, turn the stove on, type of
right.
thing. You've got this going on, and you're migrating into the future. Are you going to give us a glimpse of next time you're bored what you're going to do?
Oof.
You've got to be thinking about it right now.
I'm superstitious. I have something I'm churning
Is there
with. I'm
something in your
talking
mind?
about to some friends.
Well, they always say burger, pizza, taco.
Yeah, it's not going to be pizza.
It's not going to be pizza?
There's too many.
Do you like pizza, though?
It's
You
one of
were
my
in
favorite
Chicago
foods.
for a while.
Yeah, no, there's, my buddy owns Marco's Coal-Fired Pizza. My buddy Drew owns Fat Sully's. I don't want to compete with those guys. They do a good job. They do a great job. And
Pizza in Denver's stepping up a little bit.
The whole restaurant scene in Denver is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I travel a lot and, and talking to other chefs around the cities and restaurateurs, and it's a good scene. I mean, we have other restaurateurs coming here and opening places, so that's always a good sign.
It is interesting if you think about it. We have, I'd be curious about the restaurants per capita of good restaurants.
Yeah.
Because you come to Denver, we've only got 5 million people in Colorado. And we've got a ton of great restaurants. You go to places, I mean, I liken Colorado to an L.A., San Francisco, any day of the week.
Because you live here.
I travel, and I was just out there, and there's some great great restaurants, but we've got a lot here.
We have a lot, and a lot of them are approachable. I mean, from a just a dining standpoint to a dollar standpoint, they're so much more approachable than other cities.
It's amazing. You hear a lot of people complain about ticket prices. Here in Denver, you go to another city, you're going to spend a lot more on an entree.
For sure.
Yeah, truly, you are.
Yeah.
We're going to cut. It's 6:30 on 630 KHOW, iHeart Radio Station, live at Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Brian Freeman, Greg Hollenbach, Jay Parker, Little Rich Snyder's in the Little Rich Corner with Chris Johnson. There he is, Rome sausage. Cool. Chris, some ingredients tonight being used by Kevin. That will be awesome. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll assemble these tacos, talk some food when we come back right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeart Radio.
Are we in there?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Schwarzenegger and Dan DeVito from Twins.
I know.
Okay.
Hey, man, thanks for coming down, brother.
Thanks for having
when
me.
you come down.
Thank you.
What's happening over at Rome?
You know, we're seeing a lot of custom opportunities pop up in the last 30, 60 days.
Nice.
And I think a large part of that is the minimum wage increase in Denver. I think restaurateurs are getting, a little bit gun shy about hiring new folks and paying these, the high minimum wage that they're looking at. So they're looking to outsource, consistent, production from somebody else. So it's been a blessing for us.
Yeah. Which so tell us what's your when we're all hibernating and we want those stronger flavors. What's the sausage? What's the product?
Well, we do see a lot of chorizo in winter, and really any of the bulk items like breakfast, Italian bulk, hot Italian bulk, chorizo. It's comfort food season, so like pastas, lasagnas, breakfast burritos, that kind of stuff. So we see more of the bulk through those winter months and more of the links in the summer grilling months.
Awesome. Hey, reach out to Rome. There's none better. We'll be right back.
I want to eat delicious food and drinks, but I also want to eat where I know my money is going to a local restaurant that I believe in. I believe in the Goods restaurant on Colfax and Mark Whistler. The Goods is a community restaurant and bar with a menu focusing on vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and keto options. Comfort food lovers, try the best burger on planet Earth. I love it. 8 ounces of grass-fed beef and never, ever any hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. The Goods is truly a cultural melting pot, a family restaurant open to all. Their bar program is amazing. Saddle up at their long, luxurious bar, have a nice craft beer or a cocktail. Like their Facebook page.
1 minute till I read.
And specials going on throughout the week. Located on East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore. Across from East High School with free parking and a garage in back. Look them up online, thegoodsrestaurant.com. I'll see you at the Goods.
Want to bake the best? Bake with the best. Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps fold cold and don't break open, yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at ardentmills.com.
Hey, brewery and restaurant owners, listen up. Do you want to save 10 to 20% on your natural gas bill? Of course you do. Saving money is making money. Your savings is just a phone call away. Call Brian Rizzuto now, 720-245.
5 and in for live read.
245-5.
Live read's coming.
It's on Core Energy.
Yeah. Did you taste it?
Hey, live read.
All right, back to the show in just a minute, you guys. But before we do that, I want to talk about bread, and I want to talk Aspen Baking. It's the holiday season, you guys. You know you want to put bread on your table. What says love better than local bread? No preservatives, no artificial coloring, no chemicals of any kind. Whether you're into hoagies, focaccias, ciabattas, baguettes, croissants, bear claws, lobster rolls, pound cakes, coffee cakes, Aspen Baking does it all. AspenBaking.com is where you want to go to get all the information. Hashtag how's your Aspen. If you need boxed lunches, they do catering now too with Rome Sausage, who coincidentally will be on the show a little bit later. So boxed lunches, all natural bread, all delicious, all local. It's AspenBaking.com.
Hi, Michael Myers from Distillery 295. I'll say whatever you want. That'll get me in trouble.
Throw your headset on, Chef.
Write it like you stole it, make it like you wanted it. You're listening to Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
Yes, you are. Michael Myers from 291 Distillery. He's such a great guy, and we'll catch up with Michael Myers soon. Back at Studio Kitchen, Colorado, we got a lively crowd here in the house tonight, and things are just heating up, and I think it's because of the man of the hour, Kevin Morrison. There you are. I want to say P Tacos so bad on the air.
Say it. Say it.
Just say it, man.
I say it.
Just say it.
Say it. I might get sued, though. I have a cease and desist order against me.
You really?
Yeah. A few years ago.
A few years ago, you got one. By who? The city?
No, the city suggests that I change the name. There's a company out in L.A. that has a very similar name.
Okay, all right.
They were in business, but
isn't there always? But I like this name too. It's Taco Tequila Whiskey, and you're going to assemble one of these tacos. Again, let's do a recap. What are you making?
Yeah, so this is our Queso a la plancha taco, vegetarian. This is the first taco that we ever got pressed on in Denver. Westward Magazine came to our taco wagon at Pearl Street Market on a Sunday, and the reporter Lori Mitzen ordered this, fell in love with it, and wrote up about it, and it's just been blowing up ever since.
And there it is. It's held the course. All right.
And this is vegetarian.
This is vegetarian, and like meat eaters love it. Like we get so many meat eaters that said, "No, I'll never try it." So we'd send it out to the table, or if we had a food show, we'd send it out to them, and they fell in love with it.
I love it.
So we're gonna start. We only use Rockalita tortillas.
Of course.
We work with 3 here. So we have our corn tortillas. We only use corn tortillas. This is our griddled cotija cheese.
Oh, that looks so good.
So it's a cow's milk cheese. They call it the Mexican Parmesan. It tastes very similar to Parmesan.
Does it take on a different flavor at that point?
The cheese, once you griddle it like this, it caramelizes, so it brings out the natural saltiness in the cheese and a little bit of a nutty flavor. Yeah, it's just a great combination. This is our house. It's just guacamole. Smashed avocados, salt, and lime, and that's it.
Interesting. No garlic, no.
Nope.
Just you're back your 3 ingredients.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, right? And then our roasted tomatillo salsa.
Perfect.
And then go ahead and try that. Make sure you get some lime on there. The acid's gonna kind of bring everything together.
All right, Brian. And I know that this is right up your alley too, Brian. Is this hot though?
Spicy hot?
Yeah, Brian.
No, the tomatillo.
You got a little baby stomach on Brian.
No, I'm not a fan of heat. So there's a little.
You're not?
Not at all. There's a little serrano chili in the salsa, but very mild. More of a background heat.
And I love the way it eats too. Now you could put some protein on there. You're looking at me
I don't know why you'd want to, but you could.
Hey man, back off.
I got a cool dish right here we just created tonight.
That's delicious. And you're right, you do need that.
That is insane.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Simple.
Very simple, very delicious. That's great. That just
the cheese. You notice? I mean,
yeah,
very specific flavor profiles on each one of his 3 ingredients, which makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, just layers of flavor.
Yeah, it's interesting. Traditionally, a lot of Mexican food, American Mexican food, lots of cheese. Traditional Mexican food, not so much cheese.
Not so much, yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So that's a great dish.
Yeah, and not the yellow stuff.
What do you got? Yeah, not the yellow stuff.
So this is the chorizo. We roasted some cold roasted, some sweet potatoes, pureed down with just a little bit of cumin to add another level of flavor.
That's so good.
And then we're going to put a little chorizo on here. And then we're going to finish this one with a little bit of feta cheese. It's going to get a little bit of the tang and a little bit of saltiness.
Now that's shocking to me. You're throwing feta on there.
Yeah, it's a little different. But all the flavors marry really well together, and it works. Give that a try. The chorizo is awesome. It's got a little kick to it, which is really nice.
3 ingredients as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is not coincidence,
That's
is it? Some of the other dishes on the menu.
Yeah, so our lingua, our cow tongue, that's been really popular. My other favorite is the carnitas, braised pork butt. It's a really nice dish. Then we crisp it up on the plancha right before service. That's a really nice dish.
I really appreciate it when a chef will take parts that most people are afraid of. Tripe,
we're doing
lingua.
More. The lingua's been on the menu from the food truck days, and it's always done really well. We've played around with duck tongue. That's nice. A little bit hard to work with because it's so little.
Yeah.
But it's got a cool flavor.
That has a little heat to it.
A little bit, right?
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I like the sweetness of the sweet potato.
I love this.
That,
Not just like I love this one. This is great.
that might hit our brunch menu. That with an egg over it is awesome.
I could see that for sure. That's fantastic. Oh man, everybody behind us is like, hey, when do we get to eat?
It smells good in here.
A little bit of food. Studio kitchen. So you're cooking over fire, right?
Cooking over fire, yeah, I love it.
How about fish and beer? You're doing a lot
Fish and beer, a lot of our stuff's over fire. We have a grill, maybe about this size actually, but man, our grill person, she cranks out the oysters, whole bass, octopus. We do a lobster mac and cheese, but the lobster's grilled whole, and then the mac and cheese is on the side.
God.
Yeah, it's a great dish.
Man, that's okay. Me and you, we're going on a date, Brian, right there for that one.
I like it.
Food trucks. You start out in a food truck. Is that something out of necessity, or did you want to do that? Well, I mean,
I wanted to test the market, and it's what I had the money for. I didn't have the money to do a brick and mortar, so I sold some shares in my old company, Spicy Pickle, to finance that project.
Yeah.
And found the company down in Alabama. Bought a Ford F-150 on Saturday, drove down there on Sunday, and drove back that following week. And got it wrapped, and I was in business.
Seems like you move quick. When you're ready to do
when
something,
when I'm ready to go, I go.
Rock and roll.
It might take me a little while to get there, but once I'm there, I'm there.
Are you still prepping 3 days a week?
No. Unfortunately, I have to do some office stuff. Business as you get bigger, for
How
some
do you
reason
stay
it gets
connected, though?
How do I stay connected?
Yeah,
I'm jumping back in the kitchen. Like Tori's here with me. She runs everything. She made sure I showed up on time tonight. Without her, I wouldn't be.
Wait, you were here first.
Okay.
She came here a little.
You weren't supposed to say that. Hopefully, the guy in the studio is going to edit that out. No, but she runs her office. She runs basically the business end of things. So she's letting me get back into the kitchen now, which I'm grateful for. And that's where I belong. That's where I like to be. That's where I'm happy.
That's why I was wondering. You went through so many corporate changes within yourself.
Yeah.
Like a corporate mindset.
Yeah, and I over the years, as we grew, I think I found myself thinking about things too much. And then the last 6 months probably, I was talking to some mentors of mine. One's my brother and some other mentors, and they're like, man, you need to just go back to the basics and keep it simple. And that's what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
And that's where I'm happier, and it's so far it's working out.
In business, I always talk about pivoting.
Yeah.
Knowing when you need to take a left turn.
Yeah, you got to pivot for sure.
Yeah. Some of the pivot moments in your life.
Probably my biggest one. I've had cancer twice. So that was a big moment. It kind of made me stop and think about what I want to do. And life's short. You can never take tomorrow for granted. So that was a big one, especially when it came around the second time.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I've been in remission. 10 years.
Hallelujah.
Well, congratulations.
So, yeah, that's good.
Great.
It's all good.
That's great.
So sometimes I forget, and then once a year I go back for my check, but I'm like, yeah, I need to check myself. And
does that make you take your foot off the pedal, or just put things in different perspective?
Just put things in a different perspective. Yeah.
So guys out there in this business right now that are, struggling, like, do I keep the doors open? Do I close them? How do I continue? Am I working on the right brand? I always talk about the power of quitting. Actually knowing when you're taking your sweat equity of something, but it's ruining your potential equity.
No,
something else.
There's sometimes it's good to quit something. Luckily, I have a great team, and that's who I lean on when things get hard. I just we just gather around and we talk, and it's like, hey, do we want to keep going with this brand or this concept or this location? And I have a great team. I have accounting, HR, and Tori and admin, director of ops. So it's
like a real business.
It's like a grown-up business. Like, I can do this for a living.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Expansion. Now you moved into Arizona.
Well, we moved in and then we moved out.
You're
3 years later. Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah.
And that's a pivoting point.
It was a good education for me, and I think for my team. And it made me stop and think about how important working with good quality people is. That was our downfall. We had a great location, beautiful store. I didn't put the right people in the right positions.
Talent is hard. I mean, I'll tell you, these
really
days
hard.
There's a lot of good businesses out there. There's a lot of emerging new businesses and emerging technologies all over the place, and you've got people's attention going every direction in my eyes.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard. I wish we had a lot more time with you tonight because I'd really like to go in that business side of where you've come from and how you transitioned out of a huge, starting at a truck, going to the corporate level, coming back down to a truck, in a sense.
Yeah, that was my probably biggest challenge, was the business end of things. That was the biggest gap.
A creative mind.
A lot of it learned the hard way, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just trial and error.
Are you more of the creative type?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not the book guy. I'm not the one who sits
You can vision it. I just don't know where to start to build it.
Yeah, I can vision it. I know how to get there. I have trouble sometimes communicating my thoughts, and that's why it gets frustrating, and I'm sure I frustrate my staff. Tori, she's shaking her head. Yep. Somehow we get there.
Yeah.
I don't know how. A lot of meetings at the cigar bar with a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, that always works,
Yeah.
right? So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Let's talk sourcing. Let's talk ingredients, the importance of ingredients, and then local companies, too.
Yeah.
How do we support one another within our community? I think that's very important. Again, Kevin Morrison here with us. Tacos, tequila, whiskey, and fish and beer. He's assembled some great tacos. Which was your favorite, Brian?
I actually like the first one better.
Did you?
Just because
I was down with the second.
Yeah.
I mean, both equally delicious, but the second one.
Totally different flavors. That second one with the little sweet potato in there.
Still lingering in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
What do we need? What are we missing? Tequila. You need the tequila. Okay, we're going to break off, come back, do In the Kitchen. Chris Johnson from Rome Sausage is going to join us with Kevin Morrison. All's well in the world. It's a beautiful Saturday night in the doldrums of the end of fall, man. Winter equinox is upon us here shortly, and then we'll get back into that winter, and then our favorite season, springtime.
And the road trip.
Lots going on.
But I will tell you some of the most beautiful sunrises that we've had in a long time and last week.
You would have to be up for sunrise.
I know. That's a weird thing for you, isn't it?
I only know one 6 o'clock in the day, and that's at night. Okay, we're going to break off, come right back. Little Rich is in the Little Rich corner. We got two suited guys. I think they're FBI agents. I don't trust either one of them. But we'll break off, and we'll come right back to Studio Kitchen, Colorado on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
That's correct, Greg. Where were you last Tuesday at 8 p.m.? We need to know. Hey, look who I've got in the corner here. Mr. John Irvin from Gluten Free Things. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having us on.
John, you're such a strong supporter of the whole industry. You do such a great job. How are you positioning your business going into the future?
Well, what we're doing is we're talking to you and having you kind of help us out with trying to figure out where we want to go marketing-wise. We've decided that we're going to go through food service and we're going to forget about the grocery stores and that kind of stuff. We might do it, if we get asked or something.
Sure.
But we have a gourmet product that I think that the restaurants would really like.
And what product is that?
Well, actually, my big sellers right now are my English muffins and my pitas. And my pita pockets, which are 7-inch, and we're making the heck out of them.
Well, I tell you, that pancake mix and waffle mix that I had last week, if you've got a restaurant, a hotel, whatever, and you want to make gluten-free pancakes, waffles, whatever, this is the guy. Try his mix. It is incredible. We're going to take a break, and you're going to be amazed at the voice you hear at the break. It sounds just like this guy.
Are you intolerant or sensitive to gluten? Or maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler? Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu? Gluten Free Things is a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John Irvin believes gluten-free shouldn't taste like the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful, and masterly crafted, leaving you with a product that tastes like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com. You'll be amazed with the variety of gluten-free products they make. And chefs, don't leave your gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com. That's info@glutenfreethings.com to see what he can do for you. Give him a shot. 11651 West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten Free Things.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas,
known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you too want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Don Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Hey, it's Chef Elon Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Hollenbach here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pitmasters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pitmasters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, they're our guys, Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me now. We're coming back.
Is the Modern Eater Show.
That's right, boy.
And now it's time for In the Kitchen.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you? Kill people? Brought to you by
Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me all night long. Thanks, Rock.
Yes. All night long right here in Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Well, at least until 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, that's all night for me. As the old guy says. You know, that's good enough.
Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, back in Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Kevin Morrison rejoining us. Chef, tacos, tequila, whiskey, no and.
No and.
They're all there.
Yep.
There's no ands, equally the same. Are you selling a lot of whiskey?
It does all right. We put the whiskey.
Why'd you feel? Yeah, that's.
I'm a whiskey guy.
Okay.
At that time, I really wasn't a tequila guy at all.
Yeah.
I love tacos. I love whiskey.
Well, luckily you weren't like a White Claw guy.
Right. Yeah,
Tacos, tequila, White Claw.
I mean, our product line is small, so everything we use is we use really high quality vendors. But yeah, whiskey because of me.
I was asking the other day, what are some of your favorites out there? And you shared with us earlier your favorite tequila. If I'm buying
Uno Dos Tres.
Yeah, Uno
and
Dos Tres.
Even if I'm buying, I'll probably get it.
You'll throw down on that, Brian. What's yours?
Mine is Fortaleza.
Fortaleza is good. Yeah.
I'm a Fortaleza guy.
That's really good. Yeah, Fortaleza is really good.
Chris and Jen Johnson, welcome to the show. Rome Sausage.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys. Local ingredients.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. You fixing the microphone for her?
I am.
Bringing it up there so she doesn't want to be on the mic. Is that what I'm seeing?
She's
really.
Why?
I'm just not a radio girl.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, here's an easy question. You like tequila?
I love tequila.
There we go. You're a radio gal. Right there.
Easy.
That was easy.
She's got a face for TV, and I'm more a radio guy, so it's a nice kind of symbiotic. Yeah,
it's good team.
Balance things out.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, where do you start, Chef, with sourcing ingredients?
I think it all starts with the conception of the dish. You know, you start with what is going on in the dish,
Sure.
and then from there you build up. You start with the bottom and build up. We started with the tortillas, and we've researched a lot of companies. We met Little Rich, been with him from day one, and haven't changed.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just whatever you're doing. Is it a cheese? Is it a protein? Is it a vegetable? And then you just kind of figure out what season. You know, obviously you know what season
Right.
you're in, but then you kind of assemble the dish from there.
And relationships are a lot, too.
Relationships are huge, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We've been with vendors.
Years
you know,
and
I mean, I've been self-employed for 20 years. I work with some of the same vendors.
Exactly.
So that's nice.
Great to hear.
So
Yeah.
when and thank you, because we said Rome Sausage is going to be in the house tonight. Hey, chef, do you mind doing this? And it's kind of a funky little thing because it's like, all right, I already use sausage from somebody else.
But I'm glad Chris is here today because he's opening my eyes to some new stuff and gives me some new ideas. So
Great
it's
point,
awesome.
because I wanted to actually expound upon that. So a lot of times you're in your own little bubble.
Yeah, it's easy to get tunnel vision.
Sure.
And that's why you have to get out and, the internet makes it easy to research new products now. You can go anywhere in the world that's sitting at your desk or in your bed or wherever. But traveling's nothing's like being there and touching it and feeling it and eating it.
Truly.
But yeah, it's just trying new products. And then from then it just sparks your innovation.
Yeah, Chris, what do you do with that? You've got your relationships with folks, obviously, all over the place, but cultivating new relationships. Kind of cool to talk to Kevin tonight and maybe have the opportunity.
Man. I mean, it makes my heart feel good because we're producing soulful, straightforward, products in a small batch scenario, and it's nice to find guys who appreciate that. And, I think we're a company that's set up in a way that we need to, reach chefs, bring items to them and go, hey, look, this isn't the normal stuff. This isn't the normal, like, run-of-the-mill, mass-produced stuff. We're making great stuff here. It fits what you're doing. Let's move forward kind of thing. So,
talk about it.
Yeah.
And so you do that a lot. And I said Mrs. Sausage to you tonight. She's like, do I hit him or do I embrace that? You're Mr. Sausage.
Yes.
You guys live this. This is your life.
Right.
You love this type of thing. This was perfect for me. Good taste. I'd be interested to taste the original, I guess, I would say.
This is really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah, that's why we're talking after the show. This is really good.
And is that really what it comes down to? Because a lot of times, regardless of relationships and accessibility, which are big a lot of times, sometimes you just go, I can't be without that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, sometimes when you get introduced to a product, you fall in love with it, and your imagination just takes off. And you're like, I got to work with that product or that company.
Mm-hmm. What's new with you?
We've been swamped, man. And I was telling Rich on the break that we've seen a lot of folks come to us and say, hey, we want you to produce our meatball or our sausage or this or that because we're having a hard time getting consistent product out and we're worried about the minimum wage increase. And we got to find somebody who can make this consistently in the same kind of hands-on, small batch, quality-centered scenario that we do. So that's been a blessing for us as far as that business coming our way. So.
And your offerings are vast.
Yeah, I mean, we always say yes when the phone rings.
What type of things are you selling right now?
We're doing a hand-rolled meatball for an Italian chain here. It's got 5 stores. And the founder of the company told me the other day, older guy, he shook my hand. He's like, hey, man, you saved my business. I'm like, well, that's high praise, but thank you. It's just a meatball, And we're doing some custom Italian sausage, and we're going to do a burger blend for a quick-moving burger concept. So we're rocking and rolling, man.
Building new relationships. I know Aspen Baking's a new relationship.
Yeah, we do a little bit with those guys. They're doing some catering. They have a catering division, so we do some patties for the folks over at Aspen. So good people.
Kevin, what are you looking for? What would you like to find? Is there anything out
I'd love
there?
to find something that no one else has.
Yeah. Which is there anything?
I don't think there's not
Nothing.
anything.
Did you know this was going to be a sales call live on the air?
I did. That's awesome.
Not as far as sausage goes, but just anything ingredient in general.
Well, something's interesting, and we've got to go to break here, but what's interesting is how do we process the foods? The other day I was looking at something, and somebody froze something before they gave it to me. And I'm like, what if you did that on purpose? As opposed to, because, sometimes you can freeze a tomato or something like that.
Right.
Peel the skin or something. But there's different things, and that's where I wonder if something's going to come new out of that because of the way we handle it or some post-harvest processing of.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure there are. I mean, there's so many chefs out there that really push the edge, especially with, what is it called? The cooking with chemicals where they freeze things.
Hold that thought. We'll be back.
Both of you off the marks because I moved the camera.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. The invented where he freezes it. It's like you're lying.
Okay, hold on. This has just been one of those nights where everything's off kilter. Look who I've got with me. We've got at the top of the hour, I got one of my favorites, Jordan, and this guy watched. He covered my you-know-what for a long time. Jordan, I want to give you the mic. I want you to hold it about there.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, it's on. Check.
Great.
So Jordan and I go way back, and I'm really excited to have him on because he's got a service that a lot of you really, really need, and the fact is you may not even know how bad you need it. So let's circle back now. So Jordan, tell us what you're doing now.
That's right, Rich. So I have a audio and video company, and so what I do is help residential and commercial businesses install audio, video, and basically anything that's not a kitchen appliance, I'll put my hands on. So cameras, network wiring for point-of-sale systems.
That's correct.
Wireless, so setting up an office network and a guest network. Audio, video, so your music, your televisions. I'm a Comcast authorized retailer, so I didn't even know that. I can set you guys up with Comcast as well.
Oh my gosh!
And yes, like I said, basically anything that's not a kitchen appliance, I'll put my hands on.
Well, and I'll tell you what's important is Jordan knows this, but how he's wired. He's a technical guy. I mean, he's very meticulous. Jordan is who set up our quality control program at Rockalitas. He was our right hand, my right hand, for many years. I know how meticulous this man is. And so it's one thing to just come in and say, hey, we're going to put a receiver over there and some speakers over there, and we'll make it work. It's another where someone who really knows the equipment, who really knows how to engineer it, and really knows how to install it. You're going to get it. It's going to be in. It's going to work. It's going to do what he tells you it's going to do. That's what he did for me for 4 years. Exactly. And so when he went into this field, well, working at Rockalitas, he kind of knew a couple good places. So what are some of the places that you've done work with?
So absolutely. So Kevin over at Tacos Tequila Whiskey, Bacon Social House. Some of Frank Bonanno's restaurants, the Milk Market, a lot of the Little Pub Group restaurants, and that's just a few of my restaurants that are customers.
Wow!
On top of the other businesses and then the residential customers.
And he can set it up. I mean, you did it for us, Jordan. You can watch these camera systems anywhere.
That's right. Yeah, from anywhere in the world. All you have to have is an internet connection and your phone, and you can log in and kind of monitor how things are going.
And a lot of times, it's not that you're trying to spy on your employees. I'll tell you what happened at Rockalitas. We would have distributors come in, picking up a semi-load of product. They would get the product back and say, we didn't get 20 pallets, we only got 19. Remember, that happened several times, and so we were able to get the clip real easy. Even I could do it. That's scary that I could do that. But we would send them the clip, and it was like, oh, yeah, you loaded it up, and they magically found the pallet.
That's right.
So, in the restaurant business, obviously you're not dealing with pallets, but you are dealing with, now you can confirm that you're good, that your outstanding help is truly giving them service. Right. You can make sure that people aren't being overserved. You can watch time when somebody says, I sat down and it took this long and all this other stuff. You can confirm it. Mm-hmm. And so, it's more than just spying on your people. It's really being able to confirm what a great job they're doing.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. So with the cameras, and then on top of the cameras, I forgot to mention the acoustic treatments.
This is important.
Which is such a huge part of what I do for restaurants. So the audio is important, the video is important. So if you're a sports bar, we want to have TVs, we want to have the games all playing. But what's becoming an issue is that with this design trend where we're getting rid of carpet, we're getting rid of drapes, we're getting rid of ceiling treatments, we're going with exposed concrete, we're going with exposed ceiling.
Yep.
We need acoustic treatments to battle that.
Yeah.
And so that's a big part of what I do as well, is to go in, coach, install, sell, maintain everything, one-stop shop, and make sure that these people are set up.
Truly, what you do helps that get you that 5-star Yelp review.
Absolutely.
Although let's not even get started on Yelp. but you help the overall experience. You help the operations of it.
Right.
Don't overlook this. It's more than just putting up a radio and a couple speakers. Much more. And the soundproofing, that is huge. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. So that's a big part. And people are noticing now that that's more important than ever. We're piping in more sound. We're taking away all of the natural acoustic treatments like the carpet, like the drapes, like the ceiling tiles, and now.
We could use some of that here.
I think we're going to have a talk after this. Yeah.
So, okay, Jordan, I've watched the segment, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've needed. I know it. I need to get this done. How do they jump in? Where do they contact you? How do they get a hold of you?
I would say visit my website, please. www.jtechso.com.
Okay, wait. I got 12 fingers. What is that again?
www.j, the letter J.
Okay.
TECH, S as in Sam, O as in Oscar.com.
That's awesome. Reach out. Let him give you a review of what you've got going on. You'll find out how little it costs and how fast it is to get it done right. We'll be right back. Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Rich.
That was tight.
Is that all right?
/jobs to help strengthen your community.
Hey, Carol, you look great. Have you changed your workout routine? I have, Sue. I've been going to Cycle Bar at Southwest Plaza. What's Cycle Bar? Cycle Bar is a premium indoor cycling studio that offers the perfect opportunity for fun, fitness, and community. They have state-of-the-art bikes, complimentary shoes and towels, as well as personal...
We have about 40 seconds left in this, and then we're coming back.
The experience is a high-intensity impact...
Yeah, like about 45 seconds.
Actually, you feel extremely comfortable as soon as you walk in the door. The staff is incredibly helpful, and they always encourage you to ride to your own level.
Where's the studio?
Cycle Bar is located at Southwest Plaza Mall in Littleton. It's easy to get to, and there's plenty of parking.
Is it expensive?
Not if you value your fitness. Their monthly unlimited membership provides great value.
I'd love to try it.
Well, right now, all new clients ride for 1 week for only $7. Call them at 303-928-1774.
That is a great deal. What's the number again?
303-928-1774.
Thanks, Carol. I guess I'll be seeing you at Cycle Bar Southwest Plaza.
Denver's talk station. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
That's centered. That camera just doesn't look right.
Meatballs going in the sauce?
What are you hungry for? Here's to a meal we're all here for. Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
All right, second hour of the Modern Eater Show continues from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Welcome back, Greg Hollenbeck and Brian Freeman.
Yes, indeedy.
In the kitchen.
Saturday Night Live.
I like the second hour.
Rocky Mountains.
Catch your stride. Okay, I figured one is good, but twice is nice.
Very nice.
I think I messed out. Kevin Morrison rejoining us. There you are, Chef. This would be kind of cool. I want you here. Mike Fogarty, you guys just met today. Mike Fogarty, Choice Market.
We're going to be neighbors.
Are you really? Yeah. Golden Triangle? Is that which one? Colfax.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Catty corner.
Have you been into a Choice Market?
I have not. I have to go in.
Haven't been in. Have you been into?
I was telling him it's my favorite taco spot. I've been eating his restaurant I used to live on 20th in York.
Hold that mic close.
Oh, sorry.
Hear you now.
Yeah, I mean, I was at 21st in York for quite a while, so I would walk down to Pinche,
by the original, the OG.
The OG, yeah.
The OG.
Yeah. So
well, because it was, right? It was called, because I was there when it was Pinche.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we said it. We pulled the Band-Aid off. It's done.
We'll send you the
bill. We'll see what the FCC says about that.
Brian Freeman the bill. He's the bold one. All right, we'll continue on here. So here's the deal. We wanted to kind of break off with you in a proper way. First of all, thank you for all of your help tonight.
Yeah, thanks for
beginning of the show. A little bit rocky, but we continue on. That's how we do things in everything, in business and in life. You just continue on. But I thought it'd be cool. Do you want to just talk some business here and see what he's going on with him?
Yeah.
Because I think it's kind of cool. So Choice Market started with first location.
Yeah, first location opened in October 2017. We've been open for about 2 years, obviously, and really it's a combination of a convenience store, a fast casual restaurant, and a natural grocery, really, and but it's all about convenience. Getting people good food that's accessible and convenient. And we have one location now, or our first location opened at 18th and Broadway, and then we have our second location that just opened at 10th and Osage about a month ago, and 2 more planned for next year. So things are going good.
You can tell you've traveled quite a bit, kind of the bodega style.
Yeah. I'm from Philly originally, so I spent a lot of time in New York. So the bodega, for sure, was near and dear to my heart. But I also spent time in Europe. So they have these awesome small markets almost on every corner, and that was a big inspiration for choices. I want to be able to get in and get out in 10 to 15 minutes, but still get really high quality food. And that doesn't really exist in America. You have a 100,000 square foot grocery store and a 2,500 square foot convenience store that's selling junk. There's really nothing in between. And for us, we saw a gap in the market, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, he cares about his sourcing, though. I think that's one thing that's really different, because you are a little place, very convenient if you're downtown. I mean, your first stop where I frequent.
Yeah.
But you care. I mean, talk about that. You really search out good ingredients, Mike.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's for us, local is quintessential to the brand. It's not just checking the box. Hey, distributor, give me everything from Colorado. I mean, we're out at the farmers markets. We're out meeting new purveyors. We're bringing them in, and honestly, for some folks, we're the first place that they're selling their products. And so it's an education process for them, honestly, because some don't have barcodes. They're just producing this awesome food, and they're like, how do I get to a retail market? And so we kind of help them go through that process and educate them on what's required to
But why, Mike? It's so much easier.
Why?
One truck can drop off everything you need, and you got one bill and not a million SKUs, and you don't need to take on all the problems of the world and try and support a why?
I mean, ultimately, we care. We do care about the community that we operate in, and we care that the products we're serving to our customers are high quality, and usually, all of our produce are organic. Thanks, Brian. All of our proteins are antibiotic-free, hormone-free, and we're constantly looking at the menu and adjusting the menu to meet the needs of the neighborhood that we're in. The first store at 18th and Broadway, the menu there is very different than Mariposa. Mariposa, I don't know how many people know, but it's a mixed income neighborhood, but it's predominantly low income. So there we're doing $3 tacos. We're doing all sorts of
play to the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's what we want Choice to be, is really meeting the needs of the neighborhood and using local products whenever possible, because it's just a ripple effect.
It's calling a convenience store, is that an insult?
Well, I mean,
truly, I want to know. I want to know the answer.
Well, we are convenient, and I don't think convenience stores these days are convenient. They're selling you crap you don't want or need, cigarettes, junk food, and now gas. That's the 3 top selling categories for convenience stores. And guess what? People are smoking less, they're eating less junk food, and cars are moving to electric. So that whole market and the whole industry needs to change.
So you're turning it on its ear. It's almost like you're changing the lexicon.
Yeah, just because you're open doesn't make you convenient, all right? You're still selling crap I don't want.
Yeah.
And so for us, we turn it on its head, and we are convenient because we're selling high quality produce, raw proteins, dairy, eggs, milk, all your essentials.
Now, is that sustainable, or is that just something for somebody that's in a pinch? I'm going to go to Choice because I'm in a pinch, or will I do my grocery shopping there?
Most people don't do a week's worth of grocery shopping at Choice. They fill in their basket through, so they do their primary grocery shop wherever, at Whole Foods or Amazon or a combination of both. But we fill in the gaps, and that's what it's meant to be. And what's nice is we cook with the product we sell, so. As I said, all of our produce are organic, but we cook on the back of house with that product. So for us, it's just like a storage location. Might as well sell it. Yeah.
Kevin, put your talk show host cap on. Put your talk show host cap on.
I love what he's doing, especially in this market, because it's such a foodie market.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, we're trying to source more local, more organic. We're paying more attention to the ingredients in raw products like our cows or pigs. We're looking for stuff that's free range, no GMOs. We're looking for things like that because the market demands it.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it you, or does the market want it?
Well, for choice, it's both. I mean, I prefer to eat organic produce.
Yeah.
I don't eat organic everything, but produce, dairy, there's certain things, and I think most people eat like that. They shop at Whole Foods, but they also shop at King Soopers.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think for us, ultimately, we're a customer-centric company. We will adjust and migrate to whatever the customer desires. And so at the end of the day, it's all about the customer. And our customer, they love vegan, they love organic, they love local. And we're going to continue to do that.
Provide it for them. Yeah. Kevin,
Vegan, I'm shaking my head, because vegan, it's 4 years ago, I said I'm never going to have a vegan dish on the menu.
Yeah.
Now I have one, and we're actually adding, we're in a menu development stage, we're adding 2 more vegan dishes. So we'll have 3 vegan dishes. We're participating in a program called Veganwary in January.
Is it really?
Our 3 taco restaurants, we're all going to feature a dish for the whole month for vegan. It's so popular.
And it's a cult following as well.
Oh, yeah, it's
they'll
for sure.
they'll come to you.
Yeah. It used to be a niche market, and now, I mean, it grew 600% in the past 3 years. So, I mean, it went from 1% of the whole population in America to 3%, or something like that. Phenomenal growth, and we see it every day because we have upwards. I don't even know the number. Probably 30% of our menu is vegan.
Well, it's interesting because there's more of these specialty niche diets. I mean, because look at all the people. There's the keto and all that, but then you go to the gluten-free side, and we've got John from Gluten Free Things on later. It is really interesting because we're seeing those segments, like you said. I mean, I have a joke for you guys about veganism. I don't know. We've had this discussion on the show before, but the concept that everything grows in manure really could throw the whole idea of being a vegan on its side because everything does. I did work with.
It's interesting.
Honey's not vegan.
I know.
We did the goat experiment, and more these days. It's really interesting because people are not only interested in the food that they put into their body and the integrity of that food, but they're now interested in the integrity of the food that their food eats.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It blows my mind. Someone asked somebody the other day, was there any soy in the diet?
Oh, chicken feed. If there's soy in diets, some people swear. But I was asking someone about this gluten-free. If you feed a chicken wheat, and I went on the internet and it says no, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe that because if you feed it wheat or eggs, then have gluten in them.
People are digging into that.
I mean,
we have a more sophisticated, educated customer than ever, and that it generationally is getting more and more. Like Gen Z folks that come into Choice, they know more about food and what they're putting in their body than any.
And they're willing to spend a lot of their income on it.
Yeah, exactly. They're willing to pay extra for for whether it be vegan or local, whatever. I mean, and that trend. It's not even a trend. I mean, that truly is the shift in food. I mean, that's personalization, customization, all that stuff is.
Oh, I want to get into that.
Yeah.
Kevin, what are your shopping habits? Grocery shopping for the
Delivery.
week? Is it delivery?
I get delivery a lot.
Okay, so already made delivery. You're not getting
Chinese,
drop from.
pizza.
Okay, so not like Amazon drop to
or
you.
I shop at my restaurants.
Yeah,
gotcha. Wait, you're in food.
I'm in food. So tomorrow I'm going to my brother's to watch the games, and I'm just going to stop there and whatever we have, we have. I'm taking some bass. I'm taking some oysters. I'm taking some shrimp. But I've switched my shopping habits. I'm paying more attention to non-processed foods and what's in the food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe because I'm old.
Have you ever had a weight problem?
I have a weight problem.
You did? No,
yeah.
You're lying.
No, I did. Luckily, I think my apron's covering up. But no, I'm eating less gluten, which has helped dramatically.
Yeah.
And I cut out the sodas. I should say I cut down on the sodas. I still, when I'm at work, it's too easy with the gun of Coca-Cola right there. So I love Coca-Cola. But no, I watch what I eat.
Yeah. Guys, let's talk late night business. I think Denver's graduating into that. And I think it's really kind of untapped. Ghost Kitchen, are you familiar?
Yeah.
What a Ghost Kitchen is?
Yeah.
Doing a Ghost Kitchen out of their Choice downtown.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Chicken Kitchen?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Chicken Kitchen.
Yep.
Just all chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
And send them out.
And fries and.
Oh, I want in on this.
And ice cream
I got
sandwiches.
a chicken concept I'm working on.
Okay, you mind sticking around? We'll talk about this?
All right.
All right, let's come back and talk to it. I think it's great. And Mike Fogarty, Choice Market, I think you're an innovator, and the things that you're doing, you're cutting that road towards the future. and you're melding these things in Denver that I'm glad that they're sticking. I wasn't sure if we were ready for these types of concepts, but you're proving that point to be true, that it is. That Colfax location I want to talk about as well. That's just in gestation right now, being put together. But you're doing some new things there as well. A fueling station?
Yeah.
What? Stop. Hold it there. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Brian Freeman, Greg Hollenbach on the microphone here in Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Kevin Morrison, tacos, tequila, whiskey, and fish and beer. Chef, how's that doing on the grill?
I think it's done.
Good to go. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. Mike Fogarty, Choice Market, right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. Take it away.
Oh, this is an unusual segment for me, Greg. It's like trying to write with my left hand. I'm out of the norm here. But I've got our newest sponsors, Meridian Spirits. I've got Alex. This is awesome. So they came on a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna take the generous liberty of saying they fell in love with what we're doing. We want to be a part of this, of course. And they drank the Kool-Aid or vodka, as you can see. And so we're gonna do. The spots will start running after the first of the year. This is gonna be so much fun. We're gonna have a blast. And go ahead, Alex. She's gonna add Meridian Spirits onto the wall of sponsors. And I'm not going to write it because my handwriting, no one would know what it is.
And I'm left-handed, so I just smear it.
Oh, my God. I think we've got a new task for you. That's way better than Greg's writing. Holy cow. Well, welcome. If people want to jump on fast, where do they get a hold of you?
We're at meridianspirits.com. We're also on Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. We're going to be back in just a few. Listen to some words from Encore Energy. They cook grain. They should be using Encore. We'll be back.
20% on your natural gas bill? Of course you do. Saving money is making money.
Yeah, we got it in about...
Call Brian Rizzuto now.
35 seconds.
455771.
30 seconds now.
5771. It's Encore Energy.
Rocker Spirits. It's a distillery. It's a place to hang. It's about quality. It's about taste. It's about passion. Infused with American spirit. Rocker whiskey, rocker rum, rocker vodka. Get ready for an original look, feel, and experience. Old Town Littleton. And if you get hungry while you're sipping on some drinks, they've got the best food truck line in town. Open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Rockerspirits.com. Rockerspirits.com.
Okay, back to the show in just a minute, but I want to ask everybody out there, what are you doing for the holidays? What are you eating for the holidays? Are you eating bread? You want to be eating Aspen Baking Company. It's aspenbaking.com. Made fresh daily. It's quality ingredients, customer satisfaction. They've been in business since 1994, the year I graduated. No big deal. There's also no preservatives.
You graduated?
Well, from high school.
Okay.
Yeah. No chemicals of any kind. No artificial coloring. None of the junk that a lot of places put into their bread these days. This is all the good stuff. It's butter, sugar, and it is gluten, but gluten is delicious.
That was what Kevin was just talking about, is foods that aren't processed. You know, more and more these days people want those wholesome foods, and that's what Aspen's coming through with.
You're absolutely right about that, and they're coming through with hoagies, focaccias, ciabattas, baguettes, croissants, bear claws, lobster rolls, pound cakes, coffee cakes, and they are doing catering now, and they're using some delicious Rome sausage in some of their breakfast catering. So if you have a business, you want to cater your employees, you go to aspenbaking.com. I'll say the website one more time, and then we're back to Mike Fogarty with Choice Market. It's aspenbaking.com. Yeah.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin Brunson, Ultra Meat and Cheese in Denver Central Market. I'm a meat guy. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Chef's passing out some delicious fish and forks. It's family style tonight at the kitchen, Brian.
I'll tell you, all the food tonight it's just like every night. It's always great, but tonight,
I know.
I can't tell you. They're cooking some of the things dear to my heart. Tacos. I told you, deep down, I am Mexican.
I know
deep
you
down.
are, Brian.
I am.
I can see.
I mean, you know, I can't get any whiter, but inside, I'm not.
Redder?
You're redder. Yeah, exactly. I am truly the red man, always.
Yes,
but
you are. Continuing on, Kevin Morrison, tacos, tequila, whiskey, and then fish and beer. It's not all one sentence. Tacos, tequila, whiskey, fish, and beer.
Could be. Who knows?
It might be coming
you
up.
never know what we're going to do.
And Mike,
I want to know where the
Choice
T
Market.
comes from. Where does the T come from in KTM? middle name?
My
middle name.
Tenacious.
Tenacious. Nice. That's what I was hoping for.
No, it's Tom. You got it.
Is it Tom?
Yeah.
Thomas, right? Kevin Thomas. We're breaking off when we're talking. Okay, first of all, I don't want to give my opinion. I think people hear my opinions all the time. We'll just do a little round robin. Denver's growth to the point now of where are we a 24-hour city? Go ahead.
Honestly, I don't think we're there.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're about till maybe 2 a.m. I
don't think we have the infrastructure yet as far as delivery. You go to some place like Chicago, and there are so many delivery. They've got that down. And, when you office buildings, you're supplying, there's a food truck almost on every other street there. Go to you, Fogarty. You're seeing it, though, right now.
Yeah, I mean, we started out as 24 hours, so I have a very unique perspective on it. I mean, we did it for a year, and certainly there was, peaks and valleys during that 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. time frame. Ultimately, I agree. I don't think we're quite there at a 24-hour city.
Moving there.
Yeah, moving there.
Yeah, I think we're moving there.
I mean,
yeah,
right,
I would love to see it.
It's inevitable.
I'd love to see it.
So we cut the hours back to 3. So we're basically 6 a.m. to 3 a.m. And we do see significant business at 2 a.m. because we all know what happens at 2 a.m. I mean, the bars let out, and not everybody wants pizza. Because that's literally the only thing available. So for us, we see significant business in the late night area. We call late night anything after 10, really, because that's generally when most restaurants close.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, it's a huge part of our business, no doubt. I mean, it's the delivery, especially during that time frame, is it's could be upwards of 30 to 40% of the business for that day.
Now, I'm guilty of 2 a.m.ing you. I have given you that late night call.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's, people still, want to eat at that.
Well, and good food, because I'll tell you, like you just said, once you get past really 10, 11 o'clock, good food.
All bets are off.
Yeah, and it's sad. I mean,
options get real small.
Real small. And if you want good food, especially.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like if you want organic food after 10 o'clock, you're probably not going to get it anywhere but Joyce. I mean,
should you be able to get it, though? I mean, people say, don't be picky at 2 a.m. You're lucky to be eating anything at all.
Well,
the market demands it, though. I mean, especially the younger generation, they demand it for sure.
They're used to Uber. Everything's on demand.
Well, like we were saying earlier, I didn't say this, but about Generation Gen Z, they eat out 5 times a week versus the old norm was 3. So they pushed it up.
Is that true?
Yes. That is a real stat.
Ridiculous.
I mean, there's a study that was done by UNC, and it started like in 1960, and it looked at food cooked in the home versus food at a restaurant. And in the 60s, it was like 95% food was cooked at home. And they looked at the trends, and this is across every income class, like low, medium, high. Fast forward to 2010. 50 years later, and it's in the 70s. 70% cooked at home, 30% eaten out. So this is a whole-scale mass migration towards eating out. Convenience is king, and it will continue to be.
Well, not everybody. There's third shifters now. People aren't. This is a 24-hour world. You're working at all different times. You're not just 9 to 5. People's shifts are all over the place. I think Denver's moving that direction, and guys like you are setting that infrastructure, truly. The ghost kitchen concept, I love it personally. First, set it up. How do you explain a ghost kitchen?
It's real humans working. But in general, I think...
Wait, now it's not as cool anymore. Dang it.
I mean, ghost kitchens have come around in the past couple of years, and basically it was designed for... new companies and entrepreneurs that want to, go forward with a concept of some sort, but don't have the capital, and they start, serving out of a commissary kitchen. And so there's a couple companies out there, Kitchen United, Cloud Kitchens, a bunch of others that saw this and saw the migration to people eating, mostly at home via whatever their preferred app is, and they saw an opportunity basically to say, like, well, can we get these entrepreneurs into a kitchen to trial their concepts before they go and buy a piece of land or rent from a landlord, the CapEx intensive type stuff. And so, cloud kitchens, ghost kitchens are kind of talked about in one and the same, but in essence, it is a commissary that's all delivery basically, and it's you can't go into the restaurant.
You're not going in.
No.
You probably don't even know where it's at.
Yeah, no, definitely, and it's usually in a low rent, industrial part of town,
right?
And it's fulfilled by either Uber Eats or Postmates or any one of the third parties. And we got approached by Uber to do a ghost kitchen out of our existing restaurant. So
they approached you.
Yeah. I mean, so they you have to meet certain criteria. You have to have like certain amount of ratings
and be willing to give them half of your money.
I mean, that's only a third. Don't worry.
Oh, it's only a third.
Yeah, exactly. Because margins aren't as tight. Yeah. But in general, our ghost kitchen it's a fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Chicken kitchen.
Yeah. So it's all fried chicken sandwiches.
That's awesome.
Are you down with the chicken?
Pardon me?
You down with chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love chicken.
I love chicken.
Everybody loves chicken.
I'm starting to figure out what your next move's going to be there.
I love
You got
Mexican concept.
Hey
of
chefs,
chicken.
have you guys ever heard of? It's Jay here, in case you're watching and then got confused. Have you guys ever heard of Cook's Venture?
No.
Cook's Venture is a new chicken place that Chef Carrie Barrett over at Bordeaux uses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, next week. I'm trying to get somebody from there, but at least their representative for that. They're gonna. But apparently, it's just food for thought, a little homework.
Yeah.
Cook's Venture is like the hottest thing in chicken, to where they're doing everything incredibly thoughtful in the way of the environment, the chicken. They read to them. The whole thing like that.
Oh, it's not a chicken kicking operation.
Yeah. Yes.
Chicken kicking operation. Man, those are terrible. I really like the free range chickens.
I'll throw something at you. New concept. Penguin. You ever seen those things? They have so much meat. They're just like one little big sausage.
They look good on the rotisserie.
Yeah, I think they'd be perfect. Little penguin, I mean,
People don't eat penguin.
People don't eat them. Why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
I'm guessing it's red meat. I don't know why. I'm thinking red meat.
And a lot of blubber.
And far away. It's the sourcing. The supply chain.
Sourcing's tricky.
Stick around. We have another segment with you, gents, and we're going to come back. I want to talk about that Colfax location because I think it's a cool idea, and I know I teased it before, but doing fuel out of that location. All right, we'll come back, take a break. Kevin Morrison here with us alongside of our friend Mike Fogarty from Choice Market. Choice, where'd you go? You just want the choice? Where'd you come up with the name?
It's a double entendre, like choice in terms of
I want the
how
choice.
you order and like when you come in, and
then it's like that's choice.
Yeah,
like cool.
Yeah,
that's
like,
primo.
Exactly. As it relates to food, like Ferris Bueller's, you ever see that? That's choice.
That's choice. Exactly.
So,
It's one of my first companies, actually. Right Choice.
Yeah.
Right Choice was the name of it.
Kevin's in the Little Rich corner with the screaming chicken. Is he going to fire that off? All right, let's go to Little Rich in the Little Rich corner.
Thanks, Greg. Another strong segment. And, when you talk about loving chicken, this is from Cancun. I brought this back.
Did you?
Yeah.
Lucky you.
I know this is what happens when we get, I don't know, when we're bad. Kevin, thanks for coming down,
man,
brother.
it was fun.
Thanks for being you.
I can't be anyone else.
You've helped so many. I mean, when I think of you bent the Mexican food universe in this town. I know it because I've been in it that long. I know what you did.
Well, I got a small role in what I do, and I love what I do, and it's all I know. So keep doing it.
I mean, you've taught others, but you've stayed consistent. Your quality has never dipped. I mean, I was at your restaurant about a week ago. The tacos have never been better.
That's why we keep it simple, man. It's the quality's got to be there.
You're making it work. You're an inspiration. I got to tell you.
They're the canvas. They're the canvas, man. I always tell everybody.
Well, thank you. But, I mean, Raul, my brother, Mahi.
Love him.
We're always talking about you. We're very indebted to you, my friend. You've helped us tremendously.
It's been a great partnership and friendship.
Well, keep making it, and keep making those chicken tacos. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Here, owner of Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado, By hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Holland back here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pit masters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pit masters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Hi, this is Lori Midson.
Welcome back.
AKA Food Writer. I was just told that I should put my mind. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, welcome back to the show from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. The Modern Eater continues. Greg Holland back, Brian Freeman, Little Rich Schneider, the ham over there. Look at the bench that he brought.
His TV tray?
Yeah, his TV tray. That was quite the addition to the kitchen there, Little Rich. Full value. Watch us on Facebook. Just go to themoderneater.com. Got these gents here with us, and it's Matt, right? Matt Smith? Is that who I'm looking at here? I think I can see.
That is Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
Yes.
Hey, Matt. How
Welcome,
are you?
Matt.
Hey, guys. Along with Mike Fogarty, Choice Market. The gents are here. And I understand that you actually gave him a promotion today.
Yeah, well, it's been long on the way. Yeah, as we grow, obviously, there's opportunities for people to grow within the business. And Mike, who's our current GM, is moving on to the Colfax location, which I think we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And Matt's going to take over Broadway, the OG number one choice.
OG number one choice. That's right.
Greg, you know what? Mike is really a smart businessman because what he did is so important, I think, in a grocery aspect. Because there's one thing that in my opinion, a lot of people don't get. In this kind of concept where you have fresh and perishable, you've got to have a second life. It's got to, you've got to have your, and what Mike does is so smart. Because, you know, you walk into some of this new grocery stores, I don't like the fact that there's not a deli, there's no prepared foods. And you travel around the world and stuff like that, and every place, if you have a secondary use for everything in there.
Well, there's a certain market that has opened up just recently, and the waste of produce is very high with that. Now, for you, that's great. We were talking about that the other day. To be able to have that kitchen behind you is fantastic, to be able to keep the quality of products for your customer.
It's quintessential. Honestly, like for most folks, to order a case of avocados, it's really, really tough to get through 60 before they spoil. And, you know, as I said, we serve all organics on the produce side. So, you know, it adds up very quickly. And, you know, and that's why a lot of, like, there's been a lot of, like, opportunities for, like, convenience stores and corner stores to, like, start serving produce, but, like, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't,
Because, you know, they can't sell 60 avocados in a week or 4 or 5 days.
And you're like, bring on the guac.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, we only sell on the front of the house products that we cook with in the back of the house.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's talk food. You do switchover menus as well. So Choice Market, again, if you guys are just joining us, we were talking about the OG Market downtown, right by the Brown Palace. Thank you so much. That it's an interesting concept because you have your market, you have all, and I said to him as I was walking through the store, man, you pick out all the stuff at all the grocery stores that I go to, and you put them in one place because this is truly all the stuff that I love, just down to the Justin's peanut butter cups.
Are you a Gen Z and deep down or something like that?
It's good stuff, and if you need them, pick up some condoms too. I mean, you got them all, everything there.
We got condoms, we got chargers, we got
everything you need, and
dish detergent,
a delicious kitchen. Yeah. And coming out of the kitchen are these great menu items that you switch seasonally.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so we have a core menu that we definitely have all year round. Like we have our fried chicken sandwich, we have an Impossible Burger, we have our kale Caesar salad. So we have stuff that is always on the menu. But especially with our bowls, we rotate that seasonally. Traditionally, it's been 3 times a year to follow the produce season. So spring, and then harvest, and then a winter season. And so what's awesome is we get to play with all these great ingredients and come up with new dishes that are LTOs or limited time offers for that season, so 3-4 months. And so Matt's making right now one of our dishes that's going to be on the winter menu, which launches on Monday. And it's
this is not vegan.
This is vegan.
This is not vegan.
100%.
This is a meatball looking at me with red sauce.
With ricotta.
This can't be.
100% vegan.
Go for it.
Yeah. So I mean, and this is what's cool, and how you can create a really good product that is vegan or gluten free and still tastes good. And so. We have spaghetti squash, organic spaghetti squash. Sorry, a meatball made with Impossible meat, as well as mushrooms and turmeric and a few other spices, with a cashew ricotta. So the ricotta is blended up in a Vitamix with nutritional yeast and a few other things. It really gives that cheesy flavor. And then we have some awesome, beautiful chard from growers that we mixed with lemon and garlic. So
how do you? You need breadcrumbs for that.
Yeah. No, you do not. You don't need any gluten in there.
Did you use breadcrumbs?
Yeah, we did. We actually, but instead we always use breadcrumbs. But this time we use
gluten-free things.
Gluten-free things, and we're gonna try it out and see.
Adorable, man. Help me, bro. Don't make me.
Well, you should try the spaghetti squash, guys. What you just put together here, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
medley.
Yeah, it really is. It's bright. The citrus. You taste on the chard. It's nice and bright.
I hate to think this is healthy, but it is. This is absolutely a great dish.
Healthier. Yeah,
healthier.
We like to talk. It's not everything at Choice is super healthy, but we like to provide options. And at the end of the day, it's definitely healthier than a ground meatball with dairy ricotta.
You send us back.
Okay, I'm going to taste the meatball because it's a meatless meatball, right?
It is, Brian.
That's what we're going for. I'm going in for it.
You sent us home the other day with a couple of chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. And it goes back to the choice, right? We want to provide options for every dietary lifestyle.
Sure.
And it's not just hey, we're all vegan, we're all, and really, so we do a fried chicken sandwich too. And for some, true vegan folks, they're they won't come in because, they only
dedicated.
They only go to true vegan restaurants. But most people and most, that are eating vegetarian or flexitarian or any, this is the type of restaurant
this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
And I actually love it because we're just going in so many different directions, but I think at the end of the day, we've come far enough to be able to accommodate.
Well, embrace the diversity.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, because I just tasted that meatball. I put that up against anything.
Really?
Oh my gosh. It's
delicious.
It's delicious. I mean, and that's it. It's the bottom line is do you have to, we were at a meeting the other day, the American Beef Council. And they started talking about the fact.
In the door?
Yeah, they did not like me. I'll tell you that much.
Why is that?
But they were talking about the fact that they're pushing 12-ounce steaks on everyone. That was their big thing. Is push a 12-ounce steak, push a 12-ounce. And I'm like, you've got the American Heart Society right there.
You're pushing 12 ounce. They're saying go to 4 yeah, like what? And so we're confused because we get these mixed messages. I think all the time out there with our food about like, here you need to have a steak that's, more food than you can consume in an hour.
Yeah,
where have we gone wrong? Where have we gone wrong?
Gluttony.
I mean, that's why I love the choice.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately it is confusing because you hear every day it's something different. Like coffee's good, it's bad, And so for our customer, they are pretty educated, and like veganism, it truly is pretty well known that it's good for your heart, it's good for your weight, it's good for a lot of different things, and it's been studied on a mass scale, And so beyond that. Now it's tasting good, If you look back 5 years ago, vegan, vegetarian food was not tasty, and people buy with their taste buds. It's been proven time and time again. 85-90% of their purchase decision is based on taste. And so now we're seeing a mass migration to veganism because the product itself is tasty and it's good.
Hey, here's a little curveball for you, Mike Fogarty, though. When you say that 90%, purchase on taste, I wouldn't go far as to say it's the opposite in the service industry as far as going to a place and sitting down to eat. But research has shown that it's the service that they come back for, not the quality of food. So you can go to a place, have somebody like me, you'll never want to go back again, even if the beer and food is the best beer and food in the world because you didn't really like my style or how, I was rude or something like that. Whereas you go to another place where the service is immaculate and perfect and people look like mad, and so you want to go back all the time, but the food sucks. But you're like, well, I'll go back because,
service
Matt's
is
waiting on
the
me.
next. Yeah, exactly. I mean, no doubt. And honestly, choice is a little bit different because we're a fast casual model and we don't have servers per se, but we still provide service and but certainly.
A place like that works out perfect for the taste because it isn't like
Jay,
a restaurant.
Before we wrap this up, I brought us back a couple of chicken sandwiches from Choice the other day. He gets mad at me when I bring him food. He saw it was from Choice. I didn't think he was going to eat it. I truly thought he'd save it, wait until he goes home, because he only eats in his britches at 2 a.m., right?
I have a system, man. Don't mess with it.
He ate the sandwich, and it's a good sandwich.
It was delicious.
Wait, you had a critique, though.
I did have a critique. This is what I said. I said this would be a lot better with some pickles on it.
I was just going to ask that.
Order from the Chicken Kitchen, which is not affiliated with Choice per se. And we do have a classic chicken sandwich. If you order only online through Uber.
I mean, listen, it was delicious, right? But it's that moment of, the old. As I get old, I've got something to say about everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, how was that chicken sandwich? It came with a Cadillac. It's like, the Cadillac didn't really have white walls on. I'm kind of a white wall guy. I'd rather have white walls on the Cadillac.
I get it.
Well, we do have one as garlic aioli, real dill pickles, and butterless, and
I mean, it was delicious.
Give the plug. Okay, a couple things going on here. As we wrap up here, I want you to give it a 30-second. Come see us at Choice.
Yeah, Choice, feel free to check us out, www.choicemarket.co. We have a couple locations, one at 18th and Broadway, one at 10th and Ocean, and a few others opening up here shortly.
Dang it. The Colfax one, can you do 30 seconds, a minute on that?
Yeah, so our third location will be at Colfax and Gaylord, right near East High School there, and that one will have fuel supercharging, and it'll be the epicenter of our new delivery program. So instead of farming out all of our delivery to third parties, we're going to centralize it there out of Choice and have electric vehicles that are that are going to be delivering not just most of our delivery right now is prepared food.
Sure.
The whole store will be available, including beer. So you get beer, groceries, prepared food delivered to your door within 45 minutes.
I wish the world on you guys. I really do.
Thank you.
Hardworking guys.
Yeah.
Or I wish the world for you guys.
Yeah.
He's going to put it on you. My son and I talked about that.
Yeah.
Did I just put the world on his shoulders?
You just put the world on his shoulders.
He's got broad shoulders. He can handle it. Guys, first of all, I want to make sure that you do talk, right?
I do.
Say something real cool.
I'm single. I don't know.
There you go. That's pretty cool, man.
So that's our general manager, and we're right downtown.
He's single. Yeah, go visit. And late night delivery. You never know how that works out. That was good, man. That was good. You got a future.
Real quick before we go to break, that's how you just kill every other guy's aspirations of anything with two words. When Matt walks in the room, you're like, please have his wife be walking right behind him. Please, God.
Like, I'm single. Well, I hate you too. Go ahead. Love you guys.
Yeah,
cool.
sure.
We'll have you back many, many times.
Yeah,
Can't
thanks
wait
for
to
having
follow
us.
up.
Thanks, Mike. It's always great to see you.
take care.
Up
Thank
next,
you.
Booze in the News, but it's not Booze in the News. It's going to be a welcome. Meridian Spirits, new sponsor.
Exciting.
What do they have to do with kombucha, though? Trubucha is going to be on. I don't know what the
connection is.
Well,
we're going to
figure
have
it
to
out.
find out. Tune in.
Yep, coming up next, right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Greg, you're a magician when it comes to mixing these things together. You'd be a technician in a DNA lab. You'd be awesome. We've got some old guests here, Becca's boys, as I've been calling them. Becca came here with Kevin from Pinche Tacos. Guys, what are your names again?
My name is Bex.
And I'm Bo.
Bex and Bo from?
Blazing Bros Lacrosse.
Awesome. Now you have a connection to all this wackiness that's going on here, don't you?
Yeah.
Tell us what it is.
So, we're actually in video production. We got a grant from our school.
You want a job?
So we applied for a grant at our school.
Awesome.
Just at the beginning of the year, and we won. So we were able to get the equipment we needed, and then
Awesome. Well, once you guys get things started, I want you back. Tell us where we are, where you guys are, so we can keep an eye on you.
All right. Yeah.
Okay? And that'd be okay. And the next time you come back, you guys ask me some questions.
All right.
Not that I know any answers, but at least they can certainly ask, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. What'd you think? Kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, it was fun. It was
Yeah,
cool.
a little rough at the beginning, but we got our thing in the lane. We've got some words coming up from Growers Organics. We'll be right back.
About where your food comes from? I do. Do you want loyalty from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic produce with reliable delivery, knowledgeable sales team who genuinely care about how food is grown, transported, and served. Chefs, Growers Organic will ensure you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly specials, or your regular menu items. Join the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Hey, chef friends.
30 seconds till I read.
Tortillas tortillas. Rocalitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown.
10 seconds till I read.
Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today.
5 seconds.
Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
All right, welcome back to the show. We will continue in just a minute. Trubucha's here, along with Meridian Spirits and Booze in the News. But right now, Jeff Rourke and A Plus Beverage Solutions, hardest working guy in the business. What does Jeff Rourke do? He installs tap lines of your dreams. Sincerely, we've seen a lot of the build-outs that he does, and the brewer wants you to taste the beer the way that they intended it to taste. Don't have all of the stuff in between. If you're pouring inefficient beer, what are you doing, guys?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Here's the solution. You don't need to pour your money down the drain. It's a quick fix. Maintenance is a top priority when it comes to tap systems. Jeff Rourke and A Plus Beverage Solutions, he's the man on the spot. Here's his cell phone number.
Wait, let me get a pen.
You can call the man direct. 720-272-3809.
One more time, please.
Okay, 720-272-3809. For the best in installation, build-out, and maintenance, you want to get a hold of him. His name's Jeff Rourke and A Plus Beverage Solutions.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze
You're not-
Brian,
you're-
can I get 3 more?
Beer cold, my meat and grill, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
Okay, here we go. The Modern Eater Show. Last segment, booze in the news. All the booze news you can use. Brian, it's a special moment. We love to do this. We need some kind of button or a horn or something to honk, but new sponsor alert. They're joining the family. It's Meridian Spirits. Daniel, Alex, you guys, this is it.
We're excited.
No turning back now.
Thank you.
It's like when you take those vows and you're exchanging them, you go, hey, this is the person I have to be with for the rest of our lives. You don't have to be with us for the rest of your lives.
You know, we did get to meet your mother today, so
You did.
Things are getting pretty serious.
That is serious. When you meet Mom, that's it. My mom's pretty cool, though.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're in. That's
You guys, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I know, looking for all kinds of cool stuff. First, let's take 1 minute, talk about Meridian Spirits, where you're located. Just give them the lowdown.
MeridianSpirits.com. Check us out there. I know we were having problems with the age gate, so bear with us while we have some technical difficulties if you can't get through. 40-some stores in Denver Metro. At the moment, off-premise. So we're working to crack that bar and restaurant scene.
Yeah, we're not in any bars and
2020.
restaurants yet.
Hey, yet.
But you're selling it in 40 retail locations.
We are.
That's almost backwards.
And it's just
congratulations.
Thank you.
There's
Yeah.
only 2 people. I mean,
That's
crazy.
awesome.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It actually makes me wonder what you're doing to crack that code.
We're not sleeping much.
Well, I know people love you because I have one of my associates, Amy Rapisardo, was telling me the other day. She's like, "Oh, Brian, I'm so stoked these guys are coming on your show."
Sweet.
So,
Thank you.
Very
Hi,
good.
Amy.
Yeah, new fan, right?
Always.
These guys, I can't wait to follow their progress. We do want to get some restaurant locations, I think, which would be cool, don't you guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, end of the day, tasting room.
Currently, no tasting room.
Yeah.
We are planning on having a tasting room probably in the next 12 months. We don't have any idea where it's going to be. It's not going to be in Elizabeth. We know that.
Satellite location.
Yeah, Elizabeth is too far away. Nobody wants to go down there and drink cocktails.
You
and
can't really
it's
get
just-
Ubers down there.
No, there's no Uber.
So we'll figure something out
I
in the
think you
Denver
will.
metro area.
Yeah. It's going to be cool because the networking that we do here in the kitchen, I can't wait to see the grill. We'll have to refer to the tape. We'll come back and go, okay, where were they? The year of our Lord right now. What is it? The date today, Jay?
14, December, year of our Lord, 14. 2019. 2019 years.
Man, yesterday, the Friday the 13th lived up to its expectations yesterday.
Oh, is that what it was yesterday?
Yes,
Beautiful,
that's what it was.
I must have missed that.
And did you know that any month that starts on a Sunday, you can expect a Friday the 13th?
I didn't know that.
Just to let you know.
There you go.
And did you know every 13 weeks, the next Friday the 13th will be in 13 weeks?
Oh.
Really weird.
All right.
What'd you think of that?
Amazing.
Come on, Mark.
Mark, you can go straight from this place to Jeopardy like that.
Exactly.
So kombucha is a favorite of mine. I love kombucha, and it just so happens I sometimes mix it as a cocktail. Don't tell anybody. But Mark and Trubucha here with us today. Do you guys like kombucha?
Yeah,
Tell the truth.
Totally.
Not everybody has a taste for kombucha.
No, I love it. I love it.
And your stuff is really good. But I made an attempt. That's my attempt right there.
This is you?
Yeah, it doesn't look real good. It's
good
like,
attempt.
you remember the, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. That's in between the brown and the yellow,
I
I
can
think.
see it. Yeah.
Look at that,
Greg,
Scooby,
look at
though.
that.
So,
You made a couple of babies, though. Look at that.
are those SCOBY babies?
These are Scobie babies.
How do they know how to?
Yeah, look at that.
That's just terrifying.
Chomp on that, Greg.
Facebook.
Would you eat it?
No, I would not. I would
Wait,
not.
where's John? John Irvin?
He'll eat anything.
He'll eat anything.
Yes, he will. So, obviously, we over-aged. What would you call that?
I call it like prime. I think it's like great.
Really?
No, not really. But
He's so nice.
if you
isn't he?
like apple cider vinegar, this
That's
is
it?
actually like an apple cider vinegar now, but it's all natural.
Did you
So
taste it?
I'm going to taste it with you guys.
This is it? I
This
don't want
is
to
it.
taste this.
Come on, taste it.
But you really want to just sip it, like a sipping vinegar. So basically,
Oh, it's terrible. Just the smell of it is terrible.
it's gone from kombucha to vinegar. But if you need to clean anything, you now have the best cleaner you can have in your entire
man.
house.
That's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Kombucha's an interesting thing because you got to get it. Did you taste that, Alex?
It's real tangy.
Yeah. Did you really taste this, Greg?
No.
Did you not? You should.
This is-
Because
I
it's
couldn't
not.
get past the smell.
No, this isn't bad. You should try it.
Yeah, you should try it. It does not. The smell. It does not taste like the
No,
smell
it doesn't.
at all.
Hey, Mark,
That tastes pretty good.
Is there any alcohol in that?
There can be.
You know what? The lid was on. If it didn't have the lid on, there wouldn't be. But I would say we're probably pushing about 3% alcohol in
Wait,
it right
that's
now.
delicious.
Exactly.
That's delicious. Kombucha is an interesting thing. So just for the process, take a minute on how you make kombucha.
Well, I mean, let's talk about what kombucha really is first. It's basically, there's only 4 ingredients in it. Sugar, tea, water, and a culture, which it created its own little new culture. Nice little scobies we got growing here. So basically, you just make a batch of sugar, or like watered down sweetened tea. And then we put the culture in it, and we let it sit there for 14 to 21 days, not, what has it been?
45 days.
Yeah,
something
3 or
like
4
that.
months, something like that. Yeah.
You guys at Trubucha are doing great things, and you brought us in a dispenser here. We've got it on tap in
yeah.
the studio right now.
We're
What do we have
supporting
on
your
tap?
habit.
What do we have on tap?
We have white peach kombucha, and we also brought some of our ginger beer. So we have some prickly pear ginger beer. Compliments of Brian over at Growers Organics, where
For
we
the
buy all
ginger.
of our ginger and all of our prickly pears and all of our fresh ingredients. So yeah.
Good to go.
He's got great stuff, man.
I know. We love him. He comes back anytime that we want him. Well, except last week. You were like, I don't think I'm going to come last week.
It was a little short notice.
It was a little short notice. We're going to be seeing more of you guys, and you guys, this is great. We're going to have so much fun. Hopefully you'll be able to come to the kitchen often, early and often.
And real quick before we go, Mark, where's your location? People can come and taste it.
Yeah, Lone Tree, 10047 Park Meadows Drive in Lone Tree.
Awesome.
Rich has actually been there. Sat down and had a date with his daughter, and they drank kombucha.
Nice.
The very first month we were open.
Go on a kombucha date.
Yep, absolutely.
Why not? Anything else that you're doing right now that's interesting?
Oh, man, we've got the ginger beer under Denver Ginger Company that we've been rolling out. We have a sports performance kombucha coming out. We actually have a kombucha sorbet as well that's going to be coming out in 2020 as well.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that for sure. Okay, what a show.
Love his stuff.
Whirlwind of a night.
It was crazy in the beginning, and it finished real smooth.
Next week, Chef Carrie Barrett's going to be in the kitchen. I'm going to try and get her to make fancy toast with Aspen baking bread. Chef Carrie Barrett's always a blast from the Food Network and Bravo's Top Chef. She'll be in the kitchen here with us next week on the Modern Eater Show. Thank you all involved. You guys were great. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you.
How was snowboarding yesterday?
It was great.
All right, cool. All right, we'll be back next week right here at Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Thanks, everybody involved on the show tonight. Little Rich, Jay Parker, Brian Freeman, Greg Hollenbach. We'll see you next week right here on the Modern Eater Show. Did we hit that? Oh.